Today I'm gonna show you how I tie up the peonies. Peonies are a beautiful flower, and if you see how beautiful they stand here, it is gorgeous. Now the problem with peonies is that once these flowers come open, and they are a big flower, they get so heavy and they all fall over, especially after a rain. They're all on the ground and it's a mess. That's when it should be nice, but uh, all is lost. You can never get them back up straight. So what I do is I go now around and put, in a plant like this, 3 stakes around, and then I put a rope at about this height so that I can support them. Hey, this stem is very long. This is by the way an incredibly tall peony. But if you support them about there, the stems will be strong enough to hold it. And the stems are also stronger because they're all part of each other. Now they're individual and they fall away, and pretty soon the whole bunch falls away. But when you have them all together, they support each other. Now, when you tie this, you want to have it look like it is natural. Hey, you can tie them up and say, okay, we'll tie them up, but this doesn't look right. So it has to be somewhere between that really tight and this open. So I use bamboo stakes to put in. I don't want a stake that is this tall, that doesn't look right. I want a stake just about hidden within the foliage. And for this one, I use a heavy duty stake. For the smaller ones, I will go by later, I use a lighter one. The thicker they are, the more expensive. So use the material appropriate. This is a bamboo stake, very heavy duty. It is 18 to 20 millimeters. This, you can see, is a lot thinner. This is 6 to 8 millimeter. And yeah, that doesn't hold as much as this. So this is cheaper as the bigger ones. Now, I'll try to press them in the soil. The soil is still fairly new because these ones were planted 2 years ago. It is a no-dig garden, so the soil below is not really opened up by the worms and the critters that live in the soil. Because it is a no-dig garden, I feed every year about an inch of compost on there. That's the food for the bottom life to make it nutritious, but also to make it open and get that microbiome going that we need in the soil. So once these are in, I tie my string to the first one. I go once around so that it doesn't slide much up and down the stake. And now I go by, and every time I make sure I get all the shoots in. When you're at the stake, Go once around and go on to bring them in. I think that looks pretty good. You can loosen the string off and it goes wider out. You can see that. But you want to have enough support without it being look like it's bunched together. It also helps the chives to get a bit more room for growing down there. So as you can see, that looks pretty good. Once the leaves get going, they will hide the string a bit more. And I am sure that once these start to flower next week, they will have the support to stay up even if it rains. I'll show you the rest of the bed. As you can see, I've got a few weeds to pick out. Once a week I go by to pick out the weeds so that there is no competition. All these ones are already tied up and they stay. This is a daylily. The flowers start to come in. It's the first year that they really look good. And there we go by. He starts to, oh, here you see something too. People are really worried about that. The ants on the peonies. What peonies do, they secrete sweet juice. And the ants go by and get that. They don't do any damage to it. There is 9 or 10 different varieties here. Last year they bloomed a little bit. I planted these in the fall of 2023. We bought the property in 23 and I had dug these up out of the peonies I had in Memramcook. And they stayed all summer in a pot. Wasn't ideal, not enough water, everything else that can go wrong. But I planted them in October, and last year we had a few flowers. This year, if you look at this one, it's got a lot of flowers, and you can see lots of ants too. It doesn't matter, it's okay. Here's one. 2 really small ones. And the rest aborted because the plant looks good, but the roots were not strong enough to support it. A peony needs up to 2 years to really start to bloom. A lot of them do it after 1 year, but this one really shows it needs more time. And you can see these ones, they made a bud, but it got aborted because the plant couldn't support it. Here, look at all the ends on there. It's okay. And these ones all do, except here the side shoot came and that one aborted. But that's a good one, that's a good one. Those are all nice buds, they will give nice flowers. This is a really coarse, strong variety. Most of them do, there's one that didn't. Next year they will be all there. Here is another one. A lot of them didn't make it, but a few do. Everyone gets now some nice big buds, but that one almost made it, but it got aborted. Here it's funny, they all did it good on that side, and on this side they didn't. So underneath the plant on this side, the roots aren't good enough. Lots of the little buggers. They love that sweet stuff. When I was growing peonies as a cut flower, we would disbud them, meaning I needed a big flower, so I would take these two side buds off. That way all the juice goes to here and you get a bigger flower. But since that they're now for ornamental use, I just let them grow. The side buds usually make it a little later. As a border plant, just to go from the driveway to the taller peonies, I put chives in. Sure, you can go to the garden center and buy a bunch of armeria, which looks about the same, but it's only got flowers and it hasn't got the use out of it. Now I can use these for on the baked potato or in the salad. Lots of big bumblebees, they love these flowers. And on these flowers, I show you a little trick. On a salad, they look really nice. And but they're edible. But if you eat this, you have got an awful lot of onion in your mouth. So what I do is I have to turn this around. What I do is I take this flower, I hold it, sorry for my hands, but I'm always in the dirt. And like I say to Louisette, they're not dirty hands. I only have clean dirt. Look at how good they grow. So the dirt must be good. I would hold the flower like this, and then all these flowers come here out of the center, and I turn that little center heart out. And now when you have a salad, you can just sprinkle them on and have some beautiful color on the salad. And each of these flowers is a little hint of onion. So use the flowers. It's nice to have it in a salad. In a salad, on a salad. And I think that's it for the peonies. I hope you learned something. If you're this long on there, you must like it. Please subscribe so that you hear more of my stories, and press the like button. That really will help the channel. So hope to see you back again.